I used to throw away leftover rice every single time. Every single time. I thought fresh rice was healthier. Then I discovered the science of what happens when cooked rice cools overnight. And now, I make extra rice on purpose. In this video, I'm going to show you why leftover rice may actually be healthier than fresh rice. We'll cover blood sugar, gut health, calorie reduction, and the safe way to reheat it without getting sick. Let's start with a concept most people have never heard of: resistant starch. The name sounds like a science experiment. But here's what it actually means. Normally, when you eat rice, your digestive enzymes break down the starch into sugar quickly. That sugar enters your bloodstream. Your blood sugar spikes. Then it crashes. You feel tired. Hungry again. But resistant starch is different. Your body can't break it down easily. It resists digestion. So it acts more like fiber than carbohydrate. It passes through your small intestine unchanged. Then it reaches your large intestine, where your gut bacteria have a feast. They ferment it. And that fermentation produces something amazing for your health. So how do you get resistant starch from rice? 2 words: cool it. Here's the magic. When you cook rice, the starch granules absorb water and swell. This is called gelatinization. It makes the rice soft and digestible. But when you cool that rice in the fridge for several hours or overnight, something changes. The starch chains start to realign. They form tight, crystalline structures. Your digestive enzymes can't break these structures easily. This is called retrogradation. And it creates type 3 resistant starch. The same rice. Same plate. Different effect on your body. How much resistant starch forms? Studies show that cooling rice for 12 to 24 hours can increase resistant starch by 10 to 15 times. Yes, 10 to 15 times. And here's the best part: reheating the rice doesn't destroy all of it. Some resistant starch remains. So you can eat warm leftover rice and still get the benefit. Now let me show you a hack that doubles the benefit. And no, this isn't some TikTok fake science. This is published research. Add coconut oil to the water when you cook rice. About a teaspoon per half cup of dry rice. Then cool the rice in the fridge overnight. Here's why this works. The oil enters the starch granules and coats them. This creates something called type 5 resistant starch. Digestive enzymes can't break through the oil barrier. So you get type 3 from cooling. And type 5 from the oil. Double resistant starch. Double the benefit. In lab studies, this combination reduced digestible calories by up to 70%. In your kitchen? Expect 40 to 50%. Still worth doing. Now let's talk about blood sugar. Because this is where leftover rice really shines. Freshly cooked white rice has a high glycemic index, usually 65 or higher. That means it raises blood sugar quickly. But leftover rice? The glycemic index drops significantly. Some studies show a drop of 20 to 30 points. Why? Because resistant starch slows down digestion. The sugar enters your bloodstream gradually instead of all at once. What does this mean for you? Less energy crash after meals. Fewer cravings an hour later. Better blood sugar control over time. For people with diabetes or insulin resistance, this is a game changer. You don't have to give up rice. You just need to plan ahead and cool it. Remember how resistant starch reaches your large intestine? That's where your gut bacteria live. And they love resistant starch. When your gut bacteria ferment resistant starch, they produce short-chain fatty acids. The most important one is butyrate. Butyrate is the main fuel source for the cells lining your colon. It strengthens your gut barrier. It reduces inflammation. It may even lower your risk of colon cancer. So leftover rice isn't just better for blood sugar. It's better for your entire digestive system. It's a prebiotic fiber feeding the good bacteria that keep you healthy. Now I have to give you the warning. Because if you reheat rice wrong, you can get very sick. Raw rice often carries spores of a bacteria called Bacillus cereus. Cooking doesn't kill these spores. If you leave cooked rice on the counter for too long, more than 2 hours, those spores wake up, multiply, and produce toxins. Eat that rice? You'll get what we call fried rice syndrome. And you will become intimately familiar with your bathroom. So here are the rules. Number 1, refrigerate rice within 2 hours of cooking. Number 2, spread it in shallow containers so it cools fast. Number 3, store at 5 degrees Celsius or below, that's 40 degrees Fahrenheit. Number 4, reheat to 74 degrees Celsius, that's 165 degrees Fahrenheit, all the way through. And number 5, never reheat the same rice twice. That takeout rice from 3 days ago? Probably already reheated once. Toss it. Does this work with all rice? Yes. But some rice works better than others. White rice actually forms more resistant starch than brown rice when cooled. Why? Because brown rice has more fiber and fat, which can interfere with retrogradation. But brown rice has other benefits, more vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants. My recommendation, eat both. Use the coconut oil hack with white rice. Use brown rice for its nutrient density. And if you can find black or red rice? Even better. A 2026 study found they contain anti-inflammatory fats called FOMFAs and LNAPs that aren't found in white rice. Mistake 1, leaving rice on the counter too long. That's how you get Bacillus cereus. Mistake 2, reheating rice more than once. Don't push your luck. Mistake 3, eating only rice without vegetables or protein. Leftover rice is healthier, but it's not a complete meal. Add chicken, fish, beans, or broccoli. Mistake 4, thinking this only works with rice. It works with pasta, potatoes, and oats too. So here's what I want you to remember. 1. Cooled rice equals resistant starch. 2. Add coconut oil for double benefit. 3. Lower blood sugar and better gut health. 4. Reheat safely to 74 degrees Celsius or 165 degrees Fahrenheit. 5. Never reheat twice. I used to throw away leftover rice. Now I make extra on purpose. You can do the same. If you want to go deeper, I have a complete guide on brown rice versus white rice, including the arsenic truth most people don't know. I'll link it below. Thanks for watching. If you learned something, hit that like button. Subscribe if you want more food science that actually helps you lose weight. And I'll see you in the next video.